Sorry there. No, you're fine. It's 5 hours. All rise. The Monroe County Board of Commissioners now in session. Paulette Sonny presiding. God bless the United States, State of Tennessee, Monroe County.
Mr. Harrell, would you lead us in prayer?
Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you tonight. We ask that you just comfort us now as we have faced another shooting in this country in the last week or two. And Lord, we just ask also that you would minister to us as we come to you and we do the business of the county. Lord, help us to remember that we are your servants of the people and of the citizens of Monroe County. And Lord, we just also ask that you bless us as we bless others. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Commissioner Cross, would you lead us in the pledge?
Attention, salute, pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. First, we have our minutes. It's 422-1 and 1A. This is minutes from March 25th and April 9th. Do I hear a motion to approve?
Motion. Second.
Pardon? Yes, excuse me. Roll call, and our judge is here. Our attorney.
Eddie Hart,
Here.
Brian Harrell,
Here.
Craig Miller,
Here.
Donald Southern, T.J. Simon,
Here.
Paulette Sonny,
Here.
Roger Thomas,
Here.
Travis Wade,
Here.
David Winters,
Here.
Ryan Christie.
Okay, now for the minutes. And this is minutes from March the 25th, 2025, and April the 9th, 2025. Do I hear a motion to approve?
Motion. Second.
Roger Thomas, and second by Travis Wade. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Next is the notary public applications, 0422-2. Do I hear a motion to approve?
So moved. Second.
DJ Seiler, second by Brian Harrell. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Next is our trustee trial balance and information. Do I hear a motion to approve?
Make a motion.
Travis Wade,
Second.
second by Roger Thomas. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Next is Resolution 0422-4 and the monthly reports from our Finance Department. Do I hear a motion to approve?
I make a motion.
David Winters,
Second.
second. William Cross, roll call please.
William Kraus,
Aye.
Danny Earnhardt,
Aye.
Brian Harrell,
Aye.
Craig Miller,
Aye.
DJ Simon,
Aye.
Paulette Sonny,
Aye.
Roger Thomas,
Aye.
Travis Wade,
Aye.
David Winters.
Aye.
Next is our quarterly reports, and those are from 422-5 through 422-24. Do I hear a motion to approve the quarterly reports?
Motion. Second.
Danny Everhart, second by DJ Seiler. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
I just always try to get it on the record. I want to thank staff for all their work. I read all of these and they were fantastic. And for the public that doesn't read these, please avail yourself of the opportunity. There's a lot going on in the county, and we have some fantastic staff here. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Next, is there a public comment on the agenda, tonight's agenda? No comments?
Are you asking public comments?
On tonight's agenda. Only on the agenda. Okay, next is 422-26, and this is an amendment for the Monroe County Other Facilities Department be made in the Monroe County General Fund budget for the fiscal year 24-25 to bring sponsorship money in for the upcoming Monroe County Rodeo. It's in the amount of $15,000. Do I hear a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Danny Everhart, second by DJ Siler. Roll call, please.
Steve Cross. Danny Everhart. Brian Harrell. Greg Miller. DJ Sauer.
Aye.
Paul Sam.
Aye.
Roger Thomas. Travis Wade. David Winters.
Thank you. Next is resolution number 0422-26A, a resolution authorizing a multi-year lease purchase and maintenance agreement for the Monroe County Sheriff's Department. Whereas Monroe County Sheriff's Office needs an upgrade to operate and maintain their current body camera system, including hardware and software. Current body cameras are not sufficiently meeting the needs of the function of the department. Proceeds for the multi-year lease agreement for year one is currently budgeted within the Monroe County Sheriff's budget as deemed necessary to expedite the resolution of the matter with the next 4 years requested during budgeting. And it's a total of 60 months at a down payment of $75,000 and $65,168 for years 1 and 5. Do I hear a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Okay. Travis Wade, second by Brian Harrell. Discussion?
What happens if we don't budget the money in years 2, 3, 4? I mean,
We have, currently, DJ, we've got the, 75,000 to come up with. The reason it was crucial for us to do it now instead of later is there's no way that we increase in like a month or so. Gail may know that number. I think it's around 20% increase in this price. Worst case scenario, if you guys don't fund it, we have wrote it into the budget. I don't know if you guys have that yet or not. We'll go over it to the workshops. If you don't budget it, we'll pinch pennies and come over with it in the budget some way, somehow. You know, the body cams to us is crucial on the civil liability, you know, everything that any contact with our policy, any contact Debbie has with the public, they have to learn and run the body cam. Because there's always something said as far as violation of their constitutional rights and the lawsuits you file. And it's pretty easy to read and speak to this when we do those lawsuits. Our county attorney or insurance attorneys can view that video and say, this is not true. It really saves us a lot of money in litigation. It's just something that we have, the system we have now is obsolete, does not work, there's no updates, there's no police management, and Axon is very expensive, as you guys see. We've tested Motorola, we've tested probably 5 different companies. And this integrates us with all the local agencies, as Telco, Sweetwater, Massville, Body Cams, PHP, and they all say solution stuff. So it just integrates us together, it makes the software, everything, communication to the court system too, cloud storage, so everyone has access to it. But as far as the funding goes, hopefully you guys will fund it. If not, then we'll teach you somehow.
that's good. Follow up.
Go ahead.
As a follow-up, you indicated that the current system you have now is obsolete. How long has that been obsolete, and why are we just hearing about it today before we're asked to approve? I mean, have you known about it for months or days or?
Yeah, it's been months. We've had the same system in place since I've been in office, same video system. Up until recently, it worked, our cameras kept failing. We contacted the company, asked for updates, software updates, and, they won't provide. And a month or 2 months ago, we were told that there's not going to be any options for, upgrades.
Okay, thank you so much.
Any other discussion? I have a question. If we approve the 75,000 that you're saying, and wait till budget time for the rest of the information, but that would be an amendment to this resolution, so it's up to the county commission what you would want to do.
Yeah, Gail, was there an issue with the comptroller's office, or, I know there was, you and Chris, like, this what Gail is.
No, and I've included all that documentation in the packet, so they approved it, and there's more. After it's purchased, I have to send in more documentation to the comptroller and provide them with the actual lease agreement, after the fact, after it's signed, and they keep up with all of our leases as well.
Is this a new company that the lease is going to for the body cams?
No, it's not new.
Any other questions?
Help me understand why it come in today. I think I might have missed that instead of in the budget. Was there a discount you said?
Yes, the discount. If we wait till the new budget kicks in, if you guys approve the budget, and say we have the budget meetings in May, the new budget kicks in July, at that point, we're gonna look at about 20% increase in cost.
So this can be readjusted in your budget to pass it today, and then you can move it around.
Yes.
In the
Yeah,
budget.
we'll just move it around within the budget now, it won't be new money today. All the time you're putting new money, if you got budgeted into the future budgets. But the way I'm looking at it is, yeah, we've waited for months, have issues with these cameras. But at the same time, when Axon said, hey, if you wait till July, you're gonna have an increase, this is all good. We try to get them to extend that, maybe they really always extend. Because I guess it's like a policy presentation that they adjust that price, it's like we do a budget, they don't keep all one of those price increase goes up on this thing. So,
Kind of like to play that in your situation.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions? Roll call, please.
William Kraus. Danny Everhart. Brian Harrell. Craig Hill. DJ Sauer.
Aye.
Paulette Summey.
Aye.
Roger Thomas. Travis Wade. David Winters.
Resolution number 0422-26B, the following amendment for Monroe County Sheriff's Department be made in the Monroe County General Fund budget for the fiscal year 24-25 to move money from the Telephone Commission Reserve to help purchase body cams. And it's in the amount of $13,894.52. Do I hear a motion?
Motion.
Roger Thomas,
Second.
second DJ Siler.
Discussion.
Yes.
I'm a little bit lost on this right here. This, to move money from the telephone commission reserve, how much is in that and where did this come from?
This is $13,000, that's all that's left in this account.
Oh, it's in the account?
Yeah, years ago, I don't know where it came from, but they reserved money from their telephone commissions. When the inmates use the telephones, they earn commission off that. They put it in reserve, and they haven't touched it in years. And
Yeah.
they're just gonna deplete it out, because we don't put any money in it anymore.
So that can be applied to the notice before?
Yes, yeah, this money will go to the 75.
Comes off the 75.
Yes.
and Danny, that was in place prior to me.
I just never heard of this
Well,
before.
we, honestly, I'll just be honest with you guys, we don't look at the return, so.
Right.
Chris found, or Gail one found, just a few weeks ago, was like, hey, let's pull this out. So there's no money going in, or
But this is it within the guidelines, you can use it for this.
nothing.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Any other questions? Roll call, please.
William Kraus. Danny Earnhardt. Brian Harrell. Craig Miller. DJ Sauer. Paulette Summers.
Aye.
Roger Thomas. Travis Wade. David Moore.
Thank you. Resolution number 0422-26C. This is an amendment for the Monroe County Economic Development Department be made in the Monroe County General Fund budget for the fiscal year 24-25 to accept and pay out fast-track grant funds to Havco Wood Products. It's in the amount of $650,000. Do I hear a motion?
Motion.
Danny Everhart.
Second.
Second, Roger Thomas. Roll call, please.
Ma'am, question?
Question?
Can anybody explain what this is? I mean, grant money, is there any matching that we're gonna be required for? Is there any, I mean,
The only thing you all are is the funnel. The
Right.
state can't pay directly to a company, so the county funnels this money. This is a grant given to the company by the state of Tennessee. So once we have the funding, we only have 3 days to pay it out to the company, and they go by, it can be for real property acquisition, reconstruction, building retrofitting, or infrastructure. So
perfect?
the company, with their expansion on the pilot that you all approved last year, this is a grant written for the state with that expansion.
Great, thank you. I just wanted to have it on the record. Appreciate it.
Any other questions? Roll call, please.
William Kraus. Danny Earnhardt. Brian Harrell. Craig Miller. DJ Sauer. Paulette Summers.
Aye.
Roger Thomas. Travis Wade. David Moore.
Resolution number 0422-26D, an amendment for the Monroe County Drug Fund be made in the fiscal year 24-25 to move money from a full-time salary line to the part-time salary line, more hours worked than budgeted. There is no full-time employee at this time, and the amount is $1,000. Do I hear a motion?
Motion.
Roger Thomas,
Second.
second by William Cross. Roll call, please.
William Kraus. Danny Earnhardt. Brian Harrell. Craig Miller. DJ Sauer. Paulette Summers.
Aye.
Roger Thomas. Travis Wade. David Moore.
Thank you. Next is resolution number 0422-26E, and this is Monroe County Commissioners meeting in regular session that the following amendment for the Monroe County Dental Clinic be made in the general fund budget for the fiscal year 24-25 to correct the budget after reclassifying employees to a better code. And this is in the amount of $31,137.83. Do I hear a motion?
Motion.
Danny Everhart, second.
Second.
William Cross,
Discussion.
discussion.
Gail, explain this to us, because we're still in limbo over this.
This is nothing to do with the dental clinic. This is something that I asked Christy to do. You remember last month when we made those adjustments with our money and people being budgeted? I tried to do this then, but I couldn't get it to work. There was way too many moving parts. So I waited until everybody got in their positions in the budget, and then I wanted her to reclassify people. And what that means, there's no new money, there's no raises given, it's just moving money from one line item to the other. There were people in her budget that were not being paid on the correct code, and I tried to get her to correct that. So she done status change forms, and we put them correctly in our software system, and this is just moving the money to where these people are located.
So this is not a salary increase for each employee that we're looking at right here?
No,
Because the way we look at it, it kind of looks like that.
no, it's not. It's just moving people to a different code. That's all.
Anybody else? Anybody else?
Any other comments,
Okay.
discussion?
On the second page, Gail, it says where they got marked, we're looking at, on the first one, $75,899.20. Now it's going to jump up to $86,000.
Yes.
So how can that not be a raise?
It looks like it, but we're moving it from a different line. We're moving it from the 106 deputy line. So
But I think what he's saying is you're putting it in that line, which that line currently is 75.8. So wouldn't,
Nobody's getting a raise, so she went from 3 employees to 7 employees. So I'm having to move money because we put 2 employees in here, not 1. And, does that make sense?
your explanation makes sense.
Okay.
I just want to go on record to say I was against the original employees to begin with.
Yes.
We as a board said that we're not going to add employees mid-contract year and mid-budget year, and we're not going to do adjustments like this. And so I voted against them before, and that'll be the reason for my no vote today.
Any other questions? Comments?
Gail, if you do this, is that line gonna be there permanently for their salary, or they're gonna have to come from somewhere else? Cause you're just taking it out of the line, it goes away, unless there's more money put back in.
Yes. The line will be permanent. If I move it out of one line, it'll be permanent in another.
And they'll be able to maintain with their budget.
What lines are you moving it out of? Because I don't see,
In 106, I'm moving 31,137.83, it's subtracted. And then I'm putting 10,000 in 131 hygiene, 8,000 in RDA, and 12,000 in clerical. See, she used to have 1 person in clerical, now she has, no. She had a part-time in clerical, now she has a full-time.
any other questions?
Question to the chair. We've done got a motion for a first and a second on it. We've had discussion. The motion to table is out the door now?
No. No.
You can't, we
It's-
just did the first and second motion. We done did the first, second motion.
Yeah,
It takes
but it's
somebody-
not too late to do a
You can
table.
withdraw your motion,
You
you can
can
table it, or you can turn it down, or you
But
can
we,
pass it.
but we have done, me and William has done first and second, so we're out.
So you didn't have.
It's up to y'all on the other part.
Can I say something real quick?
Go right ahead.
You can table it, I don't care, but if I don't fix this budget, these line items are gonna go over and we're gonna get audit findings.
I'm
That's
just-
all I'm trying to do is.
I'm just asking a point of parliamentary procedure about this. I was a little bit lost with that.
You can, somebody else can table it.
It won't be
if you
me and
want to.
him because we've done first and second motion.
So what you done, Gail, is you took 31,000 out of 106,
Yes,
and you've added it to 131, 150, 162.
yes, where the people are getting paid out of it.
Any other questions, comments?
So you're saying that if we table, you're gonna get an audit?
Yeah, if it's not passed, I can't do this amendment, and these line items will go over and we'll get audit findings.
So I got one more question. So you said that they went from 3 to 7 employees.
Yes,
So this 31,000 is going to be, it's not for just these 3 employees, or is it just for these 3?
it's for those 3, but it's not a budget, it's not a pay increase for these people. These people have been employed since November, December. I'm just moving money to fix the budget, that's all I'm doing. Last month was putting her people into place, or whenever y'all.
Yeah, that troubled me your last thing. They're in these positions as of November, December,
I think so.
because we approved it in February.
No, March,
March?
March,
Was it March?
March.
Thought it was February. Either way, how are employees put in position November, December that we didn't approve till March or February?
I have no idea on that. That wasn't on me.
How we hiring people with no full-time
Who
business,
would
losing
know?
$80,000 a year?
I think my part.
Whose responsibility is that? Taxpayers having to eat that bill?
I just need to narrow down on this, Madam Chair. Who's responsible? I just need to know.
I don't run the dental plan.
I understand.
I don't have any part of the dental plan. I'm just trying to fix the budget. I have no
So
idea.
we put employees in a new position in November, December, but they weren't approved by this board until February, March. Who made that decision? I need to know for the record,
I
please.
have no idea. You'll have to ask Christie.
Mayor,
It's your department, Mayor. Who is it, you or Christie?
Director's position.
the dental director?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Any other?
Could you repeat yourself again, Mayor? I'm sorry.
Director of the dental plan.
Thank you.
Roll call, please.
William Cross, Vivian Harden, Brian Harrell,
Aye.
Craig Miller. DJ Simon,
No.
Paulette Sutter,
Aye.
Roger Thomas, Travis Wade,
No.
David Lee.
Next is Resolution 0422-26F, following amendment for the Monroe County Highway Department be made for the fiscal year 24-25 to pull money from the medical reserve for budget shortages. It's in the amount of $24,405.06. Do I hear a motion? It fails for lack of a motion, correct? Next is Resolution 0422-26G, the following amendment for the Monroe County Solid Waste Department be made for the fiscal year 24-25 to pull money from the medical reserve for budget shortages. Do I hear, it's in the amount of $43,086.37. Do I hear a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Okay,
Discussion.
all right. Go.
Gail, it's gonna bleed right into the next resolution, so just go ahead and take the floor and explain all this.
Well, all three of these are connected.
I know,
And if y'all remember, last year we done the exact same thing. I told you we had a ton of money in reserve in medical insurance, and we needed to spend it then. When we done the exact same resolution for all three funds. In budgeting, I told y'all that I was going to budget the exact same amount in medical insurance for this year. That way we can use this money in reserve. If we use reserve money, we are not using money in the fund balance, and we are not using money in the budget. This is, using reserve money is cost effective if we have it. We're not using reserve money keeps you from increasing the actual budget. So by doing this, I have saved y'all some money in the budget these past 2 years. This is the last year we'll be able to do it, and I have, with these resolutions, I've increased the 205, and there'll be an increase in medical insurance for next year in the budget.
Any other questions?
Am I the only one that doesn't recall that? I don't know, I don't.
We did, I remember this, Paulette Davis discussed it, we
I
did
don't
do
recall
this.
that at all. So budget shortfall, so what you're telling us now then is that starting our next year's budget, we are, what, $756,000 in the hole, correct?
No. You're
Well, if
using-
we've used reserve money that we can't use in the future, in last year and this year,
Yes.
that means that we're $756,000 short,
No,
just to be even?
yes, you'll be here.
So, but, I don't know, am I not saying it right? Our budget this year is $756,000 short to pay this insurance. So because of that, we're transferring money from the medical reserve to make it even. But next year, if we don't transfer that money, won't we be $756,000 short? Or are you adding that to the budget? And so this board needs to understand that next month, our budget is already $750,000 more than this year's. Correct? I don't know.
Is that in the budget for each department?
Yes.
That's in their budget
Yes,
that we're gonna be
each
looking at
department
here in a
has
few
medical
weeks.
insurance.
And then you're gonna take that and transfer it to the medical, reserve from.
I will take the reserve and put it in each department's line item. Yes.
This year. But next year, you won't have that ability, you said. So right now, if you add up every single department that we have, we pay $3,450,567 in medical and dependent coverage. You're adding $756,034.47 for a grand total of $4,206,600. Next year, we won't be able to add that $756,033. So next year's budget will be $4,206,600. I mean, it's going to be that $700,000 more than it is this year. I just want the board to understand, I want the public to understand.
I
That-
mean, I see your concept, but that's not how it's gonna work. I will increase these budget lines based on the amendment tonight, so next year, the only increase you will see is the increase that our insurance company gives. So the budget will be correct, but I'm just using reserve money, so these past couple of years, we haven't seen a huge increase in medical insurance costs. Because
But that's not what's
we
happening.
had almost $3 million sitting in reserve. Why would we increase the budget $3 million when we have it sitting in reserve?
Well, I understand, but when you brought us things during the year that we talked about post-retirement health benefits. And we went to 30 years, people are fighting for 20 or 25 years. That was against those reserve dollars.
That don't even have anything to do with reserve. Medical insurance for retirees is a completely separate thing.
When we passed that, we said that we could use those reserves to pay for those employees.
But they're already budgeted, you budgeted them. And we discussed this during our budget workshops.
Any other questions, comments?
How much money is in the medical reserve right now?
In 101, which fund?
You're pulling it from this fund here, the medical reserve, is what you're pulling.
In 116, there's $48,345.
How much?
Or, no.
No. That's
Yes, sir. 48,345 and 1 cent.
But
and we're gonna use 35,000 of it, and that'll leave 12,915 in reserve.
In the medical reserve.
Yes.
Where we,
But if we keep using the medical reserve,
but that's not
I see where there's like, when it's all spent and the insurance is going up for the employees, can be used to help the employees.
That's what we've been doing for the past 2 to 3 years. Instead of raising rates, we've used this money. To help pay for it.
We've artificially kept our budget lower by using this money to transfer it, and we can't do it next year. So, I mean, that means our budget's going up. We will be left with $1,420,066 in the main 101 budget, the 13,000 she said in that budget, and just a little over, what, I forget,
that's,
12,900 in the other one.
that's in the
So-
26 budget you're talking about.
In
right?
the 3 different budgets, yeah.
Yeah.
Where did this money come from, Gail, the medical reserve?
Technically, we shouldn't even have a medical reserve. There shouldn't even be
Has it
a
been,
conversation.
Has it been
So
a while?
at we used to be self-funded. And we went from self-funded to fully insured because our rates were skyrocketed. So we switched over to fully insured to save money. And in doing that, audit made me, because we used to have a holding account, so audit made us move that money from audit account, our holding account, and put it in each fund based on how much money was in there on our self-funded plan. So that's what this money is for.
and this is the county, every employee's insurance.
Yes.
So if we don't do this, we ain't our employees not wearing no insurance, right?
If
Well,
we
I
do do it,
mean, no, they don't have insurance.
if we do it, we're gonna be almost $1 million down next year.
On the 26 budget.
You're gonna have to pay the shortfall out of general fund reserves, which
Yes,
we don't wanna
it's
do.
either this or fund balance, I mean.
Okay.
So this is the wise move for tonight. The
Yeah.
problem is, come next month, it's coming out of fund balance. Because we're 700,000 short.
Well, even if we hadn't used this, it'd be coming out of fund balance, I'm just using this
Right.
because it's sitting there.
Yeah.
I
Understand?
just buying you some time, so you don't have to raise taxes.
Call the question.
We're good, just, we're
Okay,
good.
good.
So,
Roll call, please. You have more questions? Okay.
so we failed the other one.
But I would like to, if after this motion has done been voted on, then I'm gonna make another motion as soon as we get done with this one. Let's get through this first, that we just did a first and second on.
Go ahead, Tom.
Roll call.
David Rouse, Ed Hart, John Harrell, Craig Miller, DJ Sauer, Paulette Summey,
Aye.
Roger Thomas, Travis Wade,
No.
David Lee.
Aye. Motion to the chair. Motion to reconsider 04/22/26F.
Can we do that?
Yes.
If you voted for it, you voted to reconsider it.
It fell for
It
a
failed.
lack
It
of
failed.
motion.
I put a motion to reconsider.
One who voted in favor of it, someone that can reconsider.
It wasn't open, so can we, and the meeting's still in progress, can we still bring it up?
Motion to reconsider.
But motion reconsider is a technical motion that has to be brought by somebody who voted for it. I guess what you're going to ask the court, ask her to do is to rule that we can reopen it for a motion.
Okay.
Which what you really, that's, some of these things, guys, it doesn't, Robert's Rules of Order is not something you're going to go to court over. if y'all generally agree that you want to do it, then you can do it. If the chair rules that it's okay, then it's okay, and it's y'all call a motion, call
All right.
a question. And so, you're not calling a question, if she says, let's go ahead and consider it, you can do that.
Motion to the chair to reconsider
Oh.
0422/26F,
F.
Not second.
asking for a ruling.
Okay. Let's,
Oh, I want to change the wording to reconsider and just say motion for the chair to bring it back up.
Yeah.
okay.
To put it back on the agenda for a vote.
Thank you very much, Rick.
Motion
very
from the
much.
chair to bring this,
To put it back on the agenda for a
to
vote.
put it back on the agenda for a vote. Do I hear a motion?
Second.
Okay. David Winters and Brian Harrell. Roll call, please. And this is on 0422-26F.
F.
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 William Cross, Dan Earnhardt, Brian Harrell, Greg Miller, Adam Reynolds, DJ Silent,
No.
Paulette Summey,
Aye.
Roger Thomas, Travis Wade,
No.
David Winters,
So that's 26F, we had 26G. Now we have 0422-26H. The following amendment for the Monroe County General Fund budget be made for the fiscal year 24-25 to pull money from the medical reserve for budget shortages. And this is in the amount of $696,199.03. Do I hear a motion?
Motion.
Danny Everhart,
Second.
Craig Miller, second. Roll call, please.
William Cross, Dan Earnhardt, Brian Harrell, Greg Miller, Adam Reynolds, DJ Silent,
No.
Paulette Summey,
Aye.
Roger Thomas, Travis Wade,
No.
David Winters.
Next is Resolution 0423-26I. This is a resolution for the approval of Monroe County Sheriff's Department to submit a grant application to the Tennessee Highway Safety Office to reimburse overtime and purchase equipment. Sheriff's Department, through the Monroe County government, requests permission to submit an application to the Tennessee Highway Safety Office to reimburse for overtime to reduce motorcycle crashes and fatalities on Cherahela Skyway.
So moved.
Second.
DJ Siler, second. Brian Harrell. Roll call, please.
William Cross, Dan Earnhardt, Brian Harrell, Craig Miller, DJ Silent, Paulette Summey,
Aye.
Roger Thomas, Travis Wade, David Winters.
Next is 0423-26J, and this is to grant approval for the Monroe County Sheriff's Department to that's the same thing, isn't it?
No.
No.
Okay. Grant the application to the Tennessee Highway Safety Office to reimburse overtime. The Monroe County Sheriff will follow proper procedures for this application and will fund 100% of the total cost up to $10,000 for overtime. Do
So
I?
moved.
DJ Siler, Travis Wade, second. Roll call, please.
William Crowe,
Aye.
Danny Earnhardt,
Aye.
Brian Harrell,
Aye.
Craig Miller, DJ Silent,
Aye.
Paulette Summey,
Aye.
Roger Thomas,
Aye.
Travis Wade, David Moore.
Next is resolution number 0422-26K, a resolution authorizing a multi-year copier lease purchase and maintenance agreement for the Monroe County Sheriff's Department. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Brian Harrell, Travis Wade, second. Roll call, please.
William Crowe, Danny Earnhardt,
Aye.
Brian Harrell,
Aye.
Craig Miller, DJ Silent, Paulette Summey,
Aye.
Roger Thomas, Travis Wade, David Moore.
Next is resolution number 27. It's the school board budget amendments. Do I hear a motion?
So, second.
Okay, Roger Thomas, second by Brian Harrell. Roll call, please.
William Crowe, Danny Earnhardt,
Aye.
Brian Harrell,
Aye.
Craig Miller, DJ Silent,
Aye.
Paulette Summey,
Aye.
Roger Thomas, Travis Wade, David Moore.
Next is resolution number 0422-28, and this is to approve the 23-24 annual financial report of the Monroe County, Tennessee, as audited by the State of Tennessee Comptroller's Office. Do I hear a
So
motion?
moved.
DJ Siler, Craig Miller. Roll call.
William Crowe, Danny Earnhardt,
Aye.
Brian Harrell,
Aye.
Craig Miller, DJ Silent,
Aye.
Paulette Summey,
Aye.
Roger Thomas, Travis Wade, David Moore.
Personal privilege. Just want to thank Gail and her staff for doing a fantastic job as always. I read the audit report and really appreciate it. Thank you.
Great job. Great job. Resolution 0422-29 to authorize and appropriate funds for an actuary study of the cost associated with the hazardous duty supplement benefit pursuant to the Tennessee Code annotated Section 8-36-212. Do I hear a motion?
Motion.
Danny Everhart?
Second.
Discussion.
Discussion.
Gail, what's this study gonna cost? We didn't get no price tag on this.
There's not really an amount, it just depends on how many employees we have, but I would say it'd probably be at the most less than $5,000. It probably wouldn't be that, probably a couple hundred, because it's just the sheriff's department. Because when we've done the retirees insurance, we had to have an actuarial study, and that was the whole county side, and it was, I would say it was $8,000. So with just doing one department, it'll probably be 1,000 to 2 at the most. I'm saying 5 on the high side. I don't think it'll be 5.
And why are we doing the actuarial? Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Why are we doing the actuarial on this? We asked for numbers on the other side as well. We haven't received those. There were two different plans.
Yes,
It was
and I
doing
have
this.
no, well, we won't know numbers on this till we have the actuarial
Right.
study, but the other one, I did the numbers and I have it written down. And I'm afraid to quote, because I don't remember. But I have it.
On the bridge itself, it's not required to have study done.
Understood.
On this one, it's required to have statute written on it, you have to have study done before you can even proceed into the cost. And this is the, what's it called?
Right, you brought to us a plan, the bridge plan. We had a long, lengthy workshop on that. This was a fallback if we didn't like the bridge plan or we wanted to look at another option. Based on what I've just been told, that number's probably so high, that's why we're looking at an actuarial study. So,
I don't have those numbers.
I mean, by my estimation, it's at least $250,000.
Well, I wanted to give you both, that way you could choose.
Understood?
So, and I don't want to give you one without the other one. But what I figured, I want to say it was 200, did I figure it out? 238, I think is what I figured.
The stud,
It must be Carney.
No,
that's what I thought, but I can't.
not the state, TCRS.
Okay, how much did you figure then?
238, don't quote me on that, because I didn't bring it with me.
Any other questions?
Yes. And this one, if I'm remembering correctly, is the lower of the two options, but we won't know how much that is until we have the actual.
It is the first one that she gave you, was on the 3.5%, this was 4.38%.
Yes, yes.
Any other questions?
So we're voting on something we don't know how much it's gonna cost us, is that what we're saying?
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
No, this is just an actuarial study to give you numbers. We have to, do you remember in the workshop, he said you have to approve this to have the study?
Right.
That's what this is. This
But
is
what he's
just-
saying is you don't know what the total cost of this is gonna be. You said
I can
5,000,
give you-
8,000 is the other, to hundreds, to
No, no.
around 2,000. So, I mean,
5,000 is the most that will be paid for this actuarial
Right.
study. And it'll be coming out of the sheriff's department budget.
It'll be coming out of the sheriff's department's budget.
Yes.
Okay.
They'll pay for it.
Any other questions? Roll call.
William Cross, Danny Earnhardt,
Uh,
Brian Harrell, Craig Miller, DJ Silent,
no.
Paulette Summers,
Aye.
Roger Thomas, Travis Wade, David Webb.
Next, we have public comment from Bill Clark. I want to remind Mr. Clark that this is 5 minutes and 5 minutes only. After that, we will have Cindy Nix to discuss the homeless camp again. 5 minutes each, please.
I am Debbie Clark, and my husband Bill Clark is not here, but I thank you for allowing me to present our situation to you. Again, we are Bill and Debbie Clark, owners of Williams Mountain Market at 11401 New Highway 68, Delaware Plains, up at Coker Creek. We've owned it for about 9.5 years. But we have lived in Coker Creek for 35 years. Williams Mountain Market is the only gas station, market, and deli in Coker Creek. We have been trying to sell it for 4.5 years. We have had 3 to 4 people interested, but nobody wants to buy it if they cannot sell beer. Therefore, we would like to request a variance in order to change beer licensing. The closest, we have a church with, according to Google, is 1,584 feet or 3/10 of a mile from us. We are now 75 to 74 years old. If we are unable to obtain a variance and sell the gas station, we will be giving the property back to the bank. This will leave Coker Creek without a gas station, a quick stop market, and a deli. It is a stop for workers who are building, repair personnel such as line workers after storm repairs, visitors traveling from Georgia and North Carolina on Highway 68. We request seriously that you look into this matter seriously our sakes and for the Coker Creek community's sake. I don't know what the time frame can be for this, for action to be taken on this. We obviously would like it as soon as possible, since we've been trying to sell it for 4.5 years. I would be much happier living with a happy husband than a grumpy old man. So I appreciate your consideration of this matter.
Thank you. Next is Cindy Nix, Jill Myers. Are either of them here?
See?
I don't see them. Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Motion by Roger, second by Brian.